Welcome back to Wrestling News Hub, where we break down the biggest returns, twists, and shocking storylines in WWE. And today, we need to talk about Roman Reigns. Because when the tribal chief shows up, it's never just a return. It's a warning. Roman's latest appearance on Raw has completely shaken the WWE Universe, and not just because of his presence. This time, he didn't walk out alone. He came with Jey Uso at his side. And that single visual has completely changed the entire Bloodline saga. For years, Roman has been defined as WWE's most dominant force. The tribal chief, the head of the table, the man who carried SmackDown as the undisputed champion. But the moment he stepped onto Raw, everything shifted. Raw had been thriving without him. Seth Rollins was carrying the brand as champion, Cody Rhodes was building his redemption arc, and Drew McIntyre was fighting his way back into the main event scene. But all of that stability? Gone the second Roman walked back in. Because Roman Reigns doesn't just appear on Raw. Roman consumes Raw. His aura suffocates the locker room. His silence speaks louder than any promo. And his stare-downs can cut deeper than any scripted line. But here's where things get even crazier, Jey Uso standing right next to him. Fans invested years into Jey's story, the main event Jey saga. He was the emotional core of the Bloodline. The man who broke free from Roman's manipulation. The one who fought for independence, who carried the pain of betrayal, and who finally walked away. That felt like closure. That felt like a fresh chapter for Jey Uso. Yet now, WWE has flipped the script. Jey is back with Roman, and that alone changes everything. Because it tells us one thing, no matter how far you run, you don't escape the tribal chief. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's loyalty. Maybe it's unfinished business. But Roman's grip is still there. From a locker room perspective, this is terrifying. Jey wasn't just another soldier in Roman's empire. He was his closest ally and his greatest rival. The man who went to war with him and still returned to stand by his side. That's what makes this reunion so dangerous. Roman and Jey together are unpredictable, and that unpredictability rewrites WWE's entire power structure overnight. Think about it, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, all of them suddenly have to deal with not just Roman, but Roman with Jey. Seth has been holding Raw together as World Heavyweight Champion, but now? Roman's shadow makes Seth feel less like the guy and more like the other guy. Cody's finish the story mission just got complicated, because Jey, the man who once betrayed him, is now back at Roman's side. Drew McIntyre knows Roman's presence means one thing: no matter how hard he fights, Roman will always be in his way. Even beyond the main event scene, this return sends ripples across the roster. Gunther may be dominating as Intercontinental Champion, but Roman's presence overshadows every championship. LA Knight feeds off fan energy, but Roman has proven he can steal that spotlight with a single glance. Rising stars like Braun Breaker suddenly face the harsh reality: it's impossible to rise when the ceiling is owned by the tribal chief. And then there's the bigger Bloodline picture. For months, the faction looked fragile. Jimmy betrayed, Jey walked away, Solo teased independence, and even Paul Heyman looked unsure. For the first time in years, the Bloodline felt like it was falling apart. But Roman walking back with Jey changes that. It signals that the empire isn't dead. It's rebuilding. Stronger than before. This isn't just a storyline twist. It's a complete reset. The Bloodline has never been just a faction like DX or Evolution. It's been a cultural movement in WWE, shaping storytelling for almost half a decade. And now, with Roman and Jey back together, WWE has reminded us that the Bloodline isn't going anywhere. It's evolving. The message is simple: Roman Reigns is back. The Bloodline is back. And no one is safe. Because when Roman Reigns decides it's his time again, the entire WWE has to play by his rules.